Hello again, YouTube. I've had my break. Now my raspy voice is tainted with cigarette smoke. And we're back to the Ulasil Sanctuary for another run at Sartorius. What's the time? Oh, it's only 5 to 10. We might have another hour in the stream yet. Not sure. We shall see. Kind of hinges on the length of the Attack of the Clones, because that's what's being watched downstairs. It's not very often people have thought, I wish Attack of the Clones was longer, but perhaps that's being thought today. There's a heartwarming thought. Oh yeah, you dirty little gits. Okay, we've got to get back in the swing of things. I'm going to have to retie my hair. Actually, the fan appears to be sending it wild. I can't see my webcam when I look at the other picture because of my failing monitor, but I'm pretty sure I have Medusa-like strands of hair dancing around my skull. Tends to happen in strong wind. Not much you can do about it. I'll wait till I get to the gate. Then I will deal with my rogue hair. In we go. Okay. Was a quick stand in the cool night air of the garden, and a quick smoke, enough to settle my discombobulated mind and put me in a mind frame where I can actually defeat Artorius? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. First, let's take steps to remedy this wild hair situation. Retie it. Please excuse me. There we go. All tied up. Wonderful news. Right, and we're in. No more mucking about. Will it be this time? Will Artorius fall? Ooh. Sneaky, sir. Most sneaky. Ooh. Committed to a move, and it killed me. Well, it didn't kill me. Just took a lot of my health off. Shitter. No. Oh, he could have got me with 3 there. But he's toying with me again. It's like fighting a giant cat. Except I think less people would complain if I picked this guy up by the scruff of the neck and chucked him in a bin. That's a fairly old topical news joke that would be funny to anyone from the UK, but probably going to go right over the heads of anybody who hasn't been following the UK news cycle for the last 2 years. Apologies for the topical local humour, but, you know, sometimes you're clutching at straws. Sometimes you just can't think of anything to say, and you just have to say the first thing that comes into your head. Often, that's an incredibly poor idea, it has to be said. I have said some perhaps regrettable things. Potentially even committed libel, which I'm worried about, but oh well. Oh no, we had that clarified. It's not libel unless you write it down. It's slander if you say it. I'm not sure the UK slander laws are any less draconian than the UK libel laws, though. Oh well. We'll find out once the lawyers of corporate hell descend upon me. Like the flying monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. Die! And your mate! Oh, not quite fast enough. Not quite fast enough. I have to say, it's easier to navigate through this place when the mist isn't all around. Oh, careful, careful scoundrel, don't spoil for people who don't know what this is. We have to kill him before any of the other regulars get in. If they see me still whittling away at him, they're going to be sorely disappointed. I say regulars, just for the benefit of equality there. That's about 4 or 5 people, so it's not a, don't expect a flood of people arriving anytime soon. But do expect a quite friendly crowd. They seem to be all lovely chaps and possibly chapesses. I'm not entirely sure of everybody's gender. It'd be rude to ask. Surely we should treat each other the same way regardless of if we have willies or lady gardens. Or don't get caught in that rabbit hole, Matt, coming up with different similes for ladies' genitals. That's going to get you banned. Oh, Artorius! Oh, you, sir, are a boil on the load-bearing point of the buttocks of humanity. Every time the race sits down, we scream your name. Said it before, and I'll probably end up saying it again. If only the combat in this game was like the combat in Monkey Island, it would be so much easier. I'd just have to come up with a single devastating put down, and that would be the end of it. But unfortunately, Artorius has no ears to hear me. He is but a collection of ones and zeros flitting across the silicon as charge states, oblivious to the wider world, and potentially a model for the actual state of humanity. For it is entirely possible that all we experience is a giant simulation created by some outside force. I don't personally subscribe to that, but you know, it is within the realms of possibility. This is not good. What are you doing? Stop dying. How do you stop Artorius? How do you deal with a problem like Artorius? Please don't start singing show tunes, scoundrel. That's gonna make your credibility crack. Everything will fall apart for you. Your nascent viewer base will see you for the warbling wally you are and abandon you in droves. And why are you addressing yourself as a third person? That's most unusual behaviour. Stop it now. We're nearly there. So many times I've walked this bridge and walked up to this door, I'm really having trouble thinking of anything to say about it. Let's take a moment just to drink in the environment. You know, I've been treating this as just a pathway to defeat, but if you don't stop and smell the flowers every once in a while, you'll miss things. Yes, well, it looks like a pretty fucking boring forest to me, so we'll get in there and we'll start cracking. Need rolling. Well, that's a fairly obscure bit of advice, but I feel it, I get you. Need amazing weapon. Right, okay. Well, that's handy. A lot of the advice you get from these fools in Dark Souls is generally not really usable. It's like, it just tells you you're ill-equipped. It just says, yeah dude, I mean you seriously can't do this shit right now, you're not capable, you're not statted for it. Go home. See your wife and kids. Relax. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, Daryl. Fuck. Again, another sweary night tonight. I should try and curb the fetid language that's coming out of my stink pit, but somehow the succession of defeats has opened up a little bit of a vault. A little bit of vault in my mind. A little bit of a vault in my mind that holds some of the darker material. So perhaps tonight you will bear witness to the slow mental collapse of a man. As the game slowly causes me to slip into dementia through sheer frustration. I'll slowly start reminiscing on times gone past in my life, confusing people for other people who have long since died. No, let's not go down this path. There's no humour to be found in end of life. Oh, what am I talking about? There's a lot to be found. It's just dangerous humour. Not the kind of stuff you want to bring out around the dinner table. Then again, We're not eating dinner, are we? And if we are, it's a pretty non-nourishing meal. Just a collection of thoughts and ideas that have been transferred into a digital form and then presented to us as a straight up pathway to follow. Sure, there are branches, sure there are little loops and pockets that go back on themselves, but we are walking down a corridor here. Down, 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 da da, down, 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 da down, 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 da down, 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 down. That might be a good piece of music, Sinister. If you could rustle me up a few arrangements of Wagnerian pieces, a little bit of Ride of the Valkyries, a little bit of the Tannhauser Overture, that would be pretty splendid. It would certainly avoid copyright claims from any of the major orchestras around the world. Finally a hit! Not had one of those since we came back from the break. Oh, it was so close. Damn it! Surely that's pretty generic advice though. Amazing weapon. If you've got an amazing weapon, a lot of Dark Souls becomes easier. Shit. Poor timing. Saved! But where is he? Shit. Shit. Come on then, Artorias. Do that move again. I like that move. I have the timing of that move relatively down pat. Higgins! Oh, ideal time for some Estus glugs. Well, thank you very much, Artorias. I appreciate the breathing space. Boom! No, it's no boom. Oh, shitter! Bum! I know nobody was expecting glorious displays of incendiary skill, but I was hoping to come out of the gate after my break a little bit more competent. I was hoping for just a pinch of victory. Something that on my deathbed I could hold on to. A little fluttering shred of hope. But no. Artorias took my dreams, put them in a box, shit in the box, and then buried it. Good old Artorias. Notorious Artorias. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. My only hope at the moment is that my next game I stream, which is looking likely to be XCOM, for all those who care, is slightly kinder to me than Dark Souls was. I just want it to stroke my hair and whisper in my ear while it relentlessly butt-fucks me. You know, Dark Souls never did any of that. It's always been very hair-pully, very slappy, very spitty. Not the kind of sweet love you crave. Well, I'm sure some people do, and those people can please stay out of spitting distance from me. But you know, I'm pretty sure XCOM's going to be slightly gentler. It's turn-based after all, so I don't have to panic so much. I can stop. I can think. I can muse over the possible tactics I could use. Not like Dark Souls, where it demands a decision imminently. It says, now! You will decide now, scoundrel, or you will die. Oh, and you haven't decided, so you've died it. Did it on the floor. To Estus, or not to Estus? It would be wasting part of an Estus flask to do so now. However, let's try and put the shitters up him by going in with a full health bar. Maybe that will shake him a bit. Leave him worried. Oh, no, too far away. That's not going to connect. Get back away. Ah, and he gave you another window. Oh, uh-oh. Poop. 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 Don't. Now this is a bad idea. Ah, but he only got a little bit damaging. That was a fair kill. Clean kill. Sword right through the face. I mean, nobody's walking away from that. I mean, not without some serious effect to their gait. I mean, it's a trope in movies that when someone's skull is crushed, their legs go jiggy 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 all over the floor. Not sure if that's true in real life. Not keen on finding out. Except in a sort of Wikipedia way. I mean, it happens to chickens, right? Must happen to people as well. We're basically chickens without wings, right? I mean, we don't have cloacas, but we're basically a tube with a mouth at one end and an arse at the other. Why can't we all just get along? I'll tell you why we can't get along with chickens. Because they have made the fatal evolutionary error of tasting fucking fantastic. Although, is it an error? I mean, in doing that, they have secured their place as a companion species for man, and therefore they will be shepherded and herded throughout history. And as long as men survive, well, as long as people, let's not be misogynistic here, as long as people survive, there will probably also be chickens. So although each individual chicken is cursed by the malady of delicious flavour, the species as a whole benefits dramatically from it. I like a bit of science-ish. I mean, I'm not qualified to do science, and I don't like to spread pseudoscience, because that stuff's just bull, but I like a bit of science-ish. A bit of musing on the possible meanings of facts. Of course, part of the science-ish that people do often get from my stream is a little bit I've got called Microscopy Corner. Every now and again, not every stream, because otherwise I'd run out of things to show people, but every now and again I break out my microscope, and at the end of a stream, or perhaps around a break, I'll reveal to you the world of the very small, the tiny, the minuscule, the minute. Not sure what that's all about. I think that was sort of focusing the wheel on the microscope. Oh, and if you don't believe me, there it is. This bad boy's a microscope. Maybe I'll treat you with a little bit from it at the end. Maybe not. Depends how well I keep my eye on the clock and if I manage to stop the stream with a few... stop the Dark Souls anyway with a few minutes left on the stream. For 318 points of damage, that was not worth the investment. Oh, Artorius, you devastated bumhole of a creature. Oh, no. Where's the glory? I was promised glory! This really is getting a little bit of a grind. Sorry, Sinister, I've lost track of what even I was saying. So, does what work? Do be warned, there is a slight delay. When your chat stuff appears in that up there, that's when I see it. Oh, the microscope. Aye, the microscope is working again. I have fixed it. Although I have no suitable samples to show. Other than showing my beard perhaps again, which I do all the time, and it's quite tedious for people who've seen it under the microscope. Also, haven't had a shower today. Beard's probably not the cleanest. Not sure I want to show you the microscopic crusts that form around the roots of the hairs. It would be a little bit too revealing. Although I did just tell you all about it, so maybe it doesn't matter. But we'll see. We'll find out. Maybe an insect will just die and land in front of me, and we'll be able to look at that under the microscope. Because I don't like to kill things just for entertainment. That's a little bit much. So I tend to find carrion, if you will, and look at that under the microscope. Also, as I said earlier in the stream, we have a little gaze into the genitals of flowers. The genitals of plants, in fact, which are flowers. For flowering plants. Obviously some plants don't have flowers. They have other methods for spreading their seed and breeding. Everybody gets a little delay. Usually 12 seconds, 10-12 seconds is a good delay, that's a short one. But I've definitely had streams where I've been up to a minute behind what's going on screen. And I think what other different people in the stream are seeing gets out of sync with each other as well. So sometimes, you know, one person will be 10 seconds behind, another will be 20, and another will be 30. So it can get a little bit confusing trying to hold a conversation under those conditions. But we twitch on nonetheless. It's not going to work. At least I managed to avoid the greed. Ah, you sloppy clopper. Get the funk out of here. Uh-oh. Woo! Look at that. It was a miracle. Yet another notch in my cap in my run for the papacy. I'm not sure Dark Souls miracles count in the Vatican's eyes, but nonetheless, we can dream. Retrieval. What was that? Come on, Artorias. Let's not play silly games. Let's get serious here. Fungus! Ooh! Artie, please. After all we've been through, do we really have to behave like this? Can we not just talk? Get along? Have a little cuddle? Maybe you could turn your back on me, and when you think I'm about to embrace you once again, I'm going to stick a knife in your ribs and kill you! Oh me, oh my. We really need to spice this up a bit. I can't possibly do another series of streams which come up to nearly 9 hours, which is just me running the same boss again and again and again. People will slip into comas. Hospitals will be overflowing. I mean, obviously not enough people are watching me for that to happen, but were it to spread, were news of this channel to spread and that were to happen, then we could end up with a full-blown zombie apocalypse. Not the decaying dead as usually depicted in popular culture, but just the brain dead. Those who have been lulled into a coma by my rambling inanity. See, that is part of my tactics as well. I've revealed this before. I try to talk in a deep and soporific voice without too many pauses, like those. And then hopefully people who are watching late at night in their region of the world will drift off into a soft sleep and keep watching, and my viewer stats will go up and up and up. Oh yeah, that will cause problems. I cannot use my phone for Twitch and my computer at the same time because something in my router just goes "Ugh!" and falls to the floor screaming. You come downstairs and it's just sitting in a little puddle of its own piss, weeping uncontrollably. Which is annoying, because anything else you choose to throw at it, it seems to deal with great dignity. We have all the computers in the house on, no problem. Retrieval! Doing like 1080p streaming, and well, not streaming, sorry, watching 1080p videos on YouTube and whatnot, no problem at all. Second I open up the Twitch app, the whole thing goes, no internet for you, no internet for you, and no internet for you. Everybody's going to have to go back to the Stone Age. Until I reset the router, of course, in which case everything goes back to normal. But it is annoying. It is very annoying. Oh look, Dead Doberman's online. I wonder if he'll come in. I wonder if he'll watch. Or will he foolishly attempt to batter himself to death against the wall that Dark Souls is? Oh wait, no, he's completed it. Shit! And he started after me. Ah, embarrassment. Deep, soul-rending embarrassment. It's a wonder my cheeks are not crimson with shame. But you wouldn't be able to tell anyway because they're already pretty red with the heat. Let me tell you, viewers, if you're not in the UK, then you may not know this, but it is pretty bloody hot. Ah, crap. I think I've hit a low point, a low ebb. I'm losing... Fuck off, Artorias. I'm losing the ability to play. My mind is wandering in all sorts of different directions. I think I can smell emulsion paint. That's not a good smell up here. Definitely not supposed to be smelling that. Maybe someone outside is painting their house in the middle of the night. It doesn't sound sensible, but sensible is not often an appropriate word to describe human behaviour. I mean, look at the state of the world today. There appear to be no sane people walking the face of the earth. We appear to be caught in a maelstrom of insanity. It smells like a paraffin lamp. I'm now genuinely worried about the status of my house. Is the house extinguished or on fire? It's a bit of a worry. Out of curiosity, for those of you watching, I know Sinister's here in the UK with me, not that far down the road to be fair, so we live fairly close to each other, but where is everybody from? I'm interested to know. I've been collecting a viewer base, and slowly we've been creeping across Northern Europe. We have a couple of Americans who watch. We've got a guy from Chicago, although, to be fair on him, the timing of the streams is not optimal for him to come and watch. Most Americans are either in bed, school, or work when I'm streaming. For some reason I was about to say in hospital, but that's not a nice thing to say. I wouldn't like to think that me going live on my stream is causing millions of Americans to take ill. I would definitely stop if I found out that was the case. After this run, after this almost certain defeat at the hands of Artorias, I'm going to briefly pause the stream and investigate the aroma that's currently filling this room, because it has a volatile chemical element to it that is a little bit worrying. Hey, hey, hey! Artori asshole! Ah, well, you're actually a little bit further away than usual, but... oh no, you're not, you're closer than usual. Retrieval. Oh dear, things are looking a bit spotty. Whoosh! No, I didn't use the advantage I had there. Ouch! Oh no, it's not an ouch. It's a good. It's a good. It's a good move. Huh? Come on then. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. You're going home in a fucking ambulance. And other such classic of the football terraces. Classics. No, why did I dodge? I could have done a stabby stab. Idiocy. Get away. Clear some distance. Chug an Estus and roll away. Get away from him. Oh, we have hit a new level of confidence and power. Such power. Look at that health bar. I believe we've hit the median point of his life. He's having a mid-health bar crisis. Sugar snaps. That was a bit much. That was practically my whole health bar in one go. I don't think that was meant to happen. I think I was supposed to hit him before he did the boar thing and cancel out his power. Yes, that's a good point. Time to check out the window. Bear with me one moment. I'm slowly absorbing his strategies and tactics and figuring out how to defeat him. Sorry about this, I'll just take it away onto the ID graphic for a moment. Back in a moment, just got to check the smell. Well, power levels above 1 million. Okay, so we'll go back to the Dark Souls. I think, and I don't want to believe it, but I think the kids who are outside huffing nitrous oxide out of little pressurised containers have done it to such a degree that they've made the smell of volatile chemicals waft through my window. I worry for them. I really do. That's a lot of nitrous oxide. It really is sometimes like being in Robocop 2 when I leave my house. There's thousands of these little metal cylinders, pressure cylinders. I believe they acquire them. Well, hang on a minute. Maybe it's best not to tell my audience of an indeterminate age how to acquire mind-bending substances. Maybe I should avoid that. That's not something for a public stream. That's madness. That was a terrible reversing noise. I think we can all agree that that was a failed reverse noise. Unacceptable. Your Foley work is ridiculous. Yes. Yeah! Killed them both. With nary a tickle. Okay. I have no idea how many times I've done this boss tonight, let alone overall. It's still not Smaug and Ormsteinian in its scope, but it's definitely being a pain in the arse. If any of you get bored watching me go backwards and forwards on these little runs and you just want to watch the meat in the sandwich when I get to Artorias, you might want to take the time after my next death to investigate some of the links that I've got below my channel. Some of them are really exciting, some of them not so much. I've got a Steam group, so if you're playing games on Steam when I go live, I usually send out a notifier on there. I've got, what else have I got? I've got a Twitter. I tweet lots and lots. I don't really. I tweet every now and again. But I definitely tweet every time I go live. Ooh, bad move, scoundrel. Yeah, I definitely tweet every time I go live. So that's one way of knowing that I'm ready to go. I also have a little slot on there. It's not a link, but it's basically a little space for me to put my schedule when I finally nail it down and do one. But obviously, if you read it, you will see that I have a child on the way. So, ooh, Nelly! The any schedule I come up with now is retrieval, subject to dramatic change in the near future. No, I should have attacked him. Fuck, I did it again. Alright, you big idiot. Let's rumble. Toe to toe. Butt to butt. No! Ooh, again! Yet again! I am sorely tempted to just try and cleanse my palate with a different game, but I'm not sure if it's going to cause the stream to explode. So many people now come here as their destination for Dark Souls du jour, and they might be horrified to come here and find something else. I might only have a viewership in the Dark Souls ghetto. When I finally flip to another game, they might evaporate. Not physically, not literally, not as people. That would be very worrying if that took place. But as a group, as a collective, as a squadron of fellow Dark Souls devotees. I say devotees, I'm not a devotee of Dark Souls. The reason I'm playing this game is because a very close friend donated it for free, which was very nice of him. And I have to say, I'm glad he did, because it seems to have kick-started the stream in a way that no other game had before. Oh, you little tinkers! Get out of it! Fucking hell! Something's gone wrong! Pull that thing out of my bum! Ah. Phew! I'm getting close to believing that he is. It is entirely possible that this is the hardest boss in the game. I hear that he's resistant to almost all forms of damage, so we'll have to see. Oh, hello, Darkus Assassin. Another new face in the chat. I say face. Another new collection of words in the chat. A mysterious visage, formed of naught but language. I'm going to have to scroll down on the chat there, because it appears that your last comment has disappeared off the bottom. There we go. Have I died yet? Oh, have I died yet? Yes, there have been a few deaths. I mean, as long as you're talking about the metaphorical, metaphysical deaths of Dark Souls. If you're talking about actual life-ending death, then not yet. But if you keep asking questions like that, you're never going to be a doctor. Because I feel all the evidence points to me being very much a vital human being at the moment. Well, that's all down to Sinister Elements there. He's most of the stuff I'm playing at the moment is stuff he created before my stream started, but he's actually been returning to the drawing board to produce some original music for the whole thing. He did already do, which I have in my playlist, a theme for Microscopy Corner, so if I deign to give you a little bit of the old Microscopy tonight, you will hear it. And you might hear it anyway, I might just show it off. Whoopsie! Ah, so close, yet so far. Get away from the wall! Knickers! Pantaloons! Oh, stockings! I'm still alive! Okay. We're living on a knife edge. Don't attack Estus! Oh, wowee! Come on, Artorias. No, 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 no! Not a... What the flippity flip-flop? Okay, this is death. Death in a box. Yet again. Dark Souls not content just to make me fail. It has to get my face, rub it into the turd of failure, and scream at me to wipe it out of the carpet. I am not a dog! Oh, thank you for the follow. I missed that. I'm assuming it was Darkus Assassin who followed, but the pop-up didn't come up for long enough. I'll have to check the listings later on and give a proper thank ye. It's got to be a thank ye for Dark Souls. It's fantasy setting. It's all historical and that. Period, right? This is a period piece. It's kind of like a, hooray, it was you. Darkus Assassin, it was you, it was you. That was a bit of a botched Star Wars quote there. I was supposed to sound like C-3PO when he's being reunited with R2-D2. And what it actually sounded like was me being a little bit mentally ill. Mind you, that's not going to really stand out against the mental illness static that this stream usually turns out to be. Ah, 000 internet hero. He's this is a guy who helped me out of the sticky spots early on. He's been a long-term guru of Dark Souls knowledge. There's a few new people in Tonight Zero. They've decided that they are satisfied spending their evening, or whatever time period they are in their location, watching me get sincerely drubbed by Artorias again and again. Yeah. I do have that right of kindling. I could probably do that, but it all hinges on humanity, and getting humanity requires a farming session, and I'm so in deep right now fighting this Artorias fool that putting my wellies on for a bit of farming just seems too much. Just seems, I'm going to be going over the edge if I do that. You have to commit once and defeat the boss after that one committal. No, I've used them all. I gave one to the Firekeeper at Anor Londo, and I gave the other one to somebody else, perhaps? Not sure about that. Maybe I've only had the one. Oh, stabby stabby! We love a bit of stabby stabby! Artorias, you can suck my balls if you think I'm going to let you get away with that. No, too far away! Get him! That's true. You at least have the delicious tang of Schadenfreude when I die. I just get the Schaden. So whereabouts are you watching from, Darkest Assassin and eCorley30? I have to call you out on this. I need to know where my network of viewers is spreading out. I can do one of those maps like they used to do during the Cold War, showing the Russian influence spreading across the globe. Not that I am likening my stream to global communism. That's a bit of a bold statement. Pretty sure there are a lot less people involved in this. Oh right. Oh, some of the keepers are bosses, right? Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what the status of firekeeperness is. Oh, you and your three-pronged plough. Three-pronged plough? What on earth was that all about? I got tongue-tied for a moment. Oh, for goodness sake, just fall down. There you go, that wasn't so difficult, was it? These guys, they don't even have bladders to worry about. I'm sitting here with a bladder like a space hopper perched in front of my pelvis, just waiting to explode the second something makes me jump in this damn game. So if I suddenly go red-faced and slope off downstairs, do not be concerned. It is merely an untimely micturation. Ah, right, Colombia. Nice. South American views. Woohoo! The tendrils of the scoundrel spread across the globe. What part of America are you moving to? I have never been to America, but I consume an inordinate amount of American pop culture, I realise, so I know a little bit about the place, but only as much as one might pick up from television. I have a much more severe case of that with Japan. I watch a bit of anime, and everything I know about Japan comes from anime, which means I have a disastrously skewed view of both the Japanese people and their country. That's it, at least the damage got in. Oh, Artorias. Let's see if we can leave a few holes in your corpse. Ah, this time, Artorias, I will be close enough. What? Nuggets! Ah! May your arse crack be riddled with tag nuts, and may they tear the hairs from your ring piece as you stand. Ah, San Francisco. Nice. Lots of video game stuff going on in San Francisco. Practically every podcast of note at least has someone from San Francisco. American podcast. It's a sad fact that I listen to very few European, even UK podcasts about gaming. It seems like all the greats, all the good stuff is coming out of America at the moment. Maybe one day I'll do something about that. I just have to decide which is easier, doing my own better podcast, or slaughtering everybody involved in the games industry in America. I mean, you know, there's definitely one that sounds easier, but I am a lazy man. So they both have that level of difficulty that could be insurmountable. Plus, I'm not a huge fan of slaughter. I mean, digital slaughter, go ahead, fine, no problem at all. But I think there seems to be a little bit too much killing going on in the world these days. I mean, more than a little bit. I mean, there seems to be a ridiculous quantity of killing going on in the world. It is batshit mental these days. But hey, at least I'm not doing any of it. That's what's important, right? Yeah, maybe I'll do a European podcast. I say European. Practically everybody I know who I could record with lives in the UK, so technically it'd be well, England. It'd be an English podcast. But you know, we're part of Europe. No matter what UKIP try. Retrieval. But I will try to refrain from discussing parochial English politics on a stream for the international crowd, because it's just not the done thing. And it's not the most exciting topic, much as I enjoy it. I feel I'm in the wrong room for that conversation. Oh man, I think we're going to get one more run in before the urgent cries of my bladder must be heeded. And I'm going to have to take a short step away from the computer. Otherwise it's changing the bedsheets time. I'm sitting there with my head cut off in the webcam. What a disaster. Ooh. Please excuse me, how uncouth. I don't think even Artorias' mother loves Artorias. The way he's behaving, he could only be a sponge for hate. Not any kind of love sponge. Ooh, love sponge, what does that mean? Too many images flitting across my mind. Somebody blind me. Oh, that won't stop the images in my head. Well, good luck. Good luck with the Dark Souls, because you are gonna fucking need it. This is not what you would call an easy game. There will be times when you will feel that you just want to put it down and never play it again. But eventually you'll come back and it will be, if only I'd thought to do that last time. He is a spoiled child. Nobody ends up behaving like that in their later life without deep issues with their parenting as a youngster. Tempted to kill this guy just for a victory, but he'll probably just beat me to death. Oh, good grief, this walk. I'm going to have dreams about this again tonight. Tetris dreams. Tetris dreams is my generic term for all computer game based dreaming. We all know it happens. We've all done it. We've gone to sleep thinking just a little bit too much about a particular game. Most people, I think it would be Tetris who've done this with. And then you have the dreams about the falling blocks, about the undefeatable boss, about actually being trapped in the game and falling off that ledge. We've all done it. We know that it's a thing that happens in brains. Ooh, you cheeky little shit. Put that wanger away. That's right, I counted coup on your thigh. Ooh, and he counted coup on my head. No! Eek! Figgins! We've got a situation here. This, if this is the DLC boss. I am at the final boss of the vanilla game back in Firelink, but I'm decided to hold off and defeat the DLC bosses because I have them, and for no other reason. And because when I was gifted this game, I swore that I would stream all of it and complete all of it, which is on a number of occasions I have regretted saying, but you know, an oath is an oath, as they say. So one must complete. Although I have to say, it has been, as a game, pulling in the community, it has been quite transformative of my streaming, because I've gone from just going, oh, I'll stream a bit and I'll play the game in my own time, to literally streaming everything I play. I mean, I don't play consoles at the moment because I don't have the capability to stream them, but every time I play a game on my computer, I have been streaming it for about 2 months now. I have to say, it's quite gratifying. People seem to enjoy it. It's nice when people like it, that's good. And also, it has the air, it reminds me of when I was a kid, and you could sit round your mate's house, all round the TV, playing the same games and all that kind of stuff. Nighty night, Sinister. Have a good one, sleep tight, don't have nightmares. Yeah, but it's very reminiscent of being in a room with friends and just talking about games while you play. I mean, to be fair, it's more reminiscent of me sitting in a room full of people and holding forth like some kind of blowhard, but, you know, there is a bit of two-way communication. People do talk in chat. Sometimes they come in all shy and they don't want to say anything at all, but eventually they break. Eventually I say something that either so offends or so tickles them that they just have to say something. Hang on a minute, I swore down that I was going to go for a wee, and what am I doing? I'm running in for Artorias. Okay, one more bloated, bladder-fueled run, and then I will succumb. Then I will turn my gaze to the porcelain and unleash the Yellow River. Disgusting. No, I've gone to a very scatological place this evening. It could be worse. I have said far, far worse things in the name of Dark Souls. That's it, swing your sword. Then skewer yourself on mine! You bag of turds! No! Ah, may beetles take up residence in your mother's vagina. It's a dodge. Time for an Estus? It is time for an Estus. Come on. Come on, Artie. Oh, the futile stab of a man who cannot judge range. Oh, 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 that was close. I could have got out of that. Retrieval. I believe I can die. I believe I'm gonna cry. I believe Artorias will beat me. Oh, the words just didn't come. My R. Kelly travesty just didn't happen. It's probably for the best, I suppose. Not only have I avoided a pretty severe drubbing in the courts over copyright violations, I've also avoided making a fool of myself by revealing I know too much about the music of one R. Kelly. Ha! And this time I remembered, so please bear with me. I'll be back in a moment. I do apologise for this, but nobody wants to watch me piss myself. Well, nobody who I want to watch me is going to want to watch me piss myself, so I'll be back in a moment. Sorry YouTube, didn't need to hear all that, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I really can't be bothered to edit.